I'm waiting apparently to go to X-ray.
Power of nature and water. We need this rain so bad, but it's a lot coming down at one time. When all else fails, we'll read the manual. This is my fireplace in the city. Yeah, a lot different than Morning Canyon, which is where I'm heading to today. I'm going to head up to Morning Canyon to split and stack firewood because that's what we heat with up there. And I need to be able to get all of that done because it's rainy season and it's going to get wet. So come along with me. It's a beautiful drive and you'll get to see how I get my workouts up at Morning Canyon. I like to just get out and take a walk around the property. It's great exercise and it's just very calming, especially after a 3-hour drive. This is my happy place. It's the same every time I come here. Beautiful, stunningly beautiful. So this is the tree we planted when my son died. We planted this beautiful heirloom apple tree up here, and it's finally giving us some wonderful apples. Well, it's been a long day and we just want to get something to eat and settle in for the evening because we have a lot of work to do tomorrow. A hearty breakfast is the perfect start for a big work day. It's wood splitting day. All geared up and ready to split wood.
Couldn't get it out. I couldn't get it out.
Why? Because it was too seasoned?
Yeah.
This is too hard?
Yeah, it just seizes up. I mean, look at this shit.
God, it's like on there.
No, it's not enough.
This is joy and happiness.
Just knock it out this way. See if we can do it this way.
We're experiencing technical difficulties.
Yeah.
So we're having some issues with the splitter. We are trying to split oak and it's really seasoned, so sometimes it's really hard to split, but I tried a smaller log and it still wouldn't split. So we're gonna check the hydraulic fluid. All right, so we don't think it's the hydraulic fluid. So now we're gonna check the filter to see if there's something, maybe the filter's clogged and it can't get the fluid into the actual compressor.
Okay, that's good enough. Yeah, looks good.
Looks pretty good. When all else fails, we'll read the manual. All right, the fluid looks clear, which means I think that's good. The tank, it looks clear. Here it comes. Yep, here we go.
Well, it doesn't look like it's clogged or anything, right?
I don't see a clog, and it looks like it's clear, so unless the filter's backed up, everything else looks good. All right, so we're having a problem. We've taken off the hoses, everything's running clear. We've emptied almost all the hydraulic fluid out of this thing. Can't figure out what's going on. But I would still give up a desk job to do this. All right, it was an unsuccessful wood splitting day. We're having a problem with the splitter, so we're gonna do a burn pile. It's gonna rain tomorrow, so we thought we'd get the pile burnt today and let the rain take care of putting it all out tomorrow. I have to admit, it's a little scary seeing this after the fire that came through. And this is why pine is dangerous, is it just catches so quickly, even if it's green. Take that whole pile and put it in here. But, oh man, that is hot. It is spewing some hot ash. Wow. This is another mountain workout. So all of this has to go into that so we can get rid of it. We'll see if we can get it done by today. It's a pretty big pile. All right, Dad's gonna show me how to drive the tractor.
All the way down. 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 Down.
Well, I tilled your land.
You scattered some things around.
It's chewed up into little mulch now. Thought I was gonna run the whole
We did have a nice pile now scattered all over the property.
All right, so maybe I'm not the best at driving the tractor, but I will learn, and I will learn how to master this thing. Take two on that one. We're gonna roll up the pile. All in a day's work. We got that whole pile into the burn pile thanks to that tractor. And we finally got everything, thanks to my dad's work on the tractor, moved from the pile over to the burn pile. We are almost ready to go in for dinner. You got a stick? Do you want it? Ready? 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 Give it to me. Give it. Give it. Give it to me. Give me the stick. Give me. Ready? Ready? Go. All right, we are done for the day. The burn pile is going pretty good. It's not intense anymore, so we feel in a few minutes we'll be safe to leave it for the night, and we'll go in and get some dinner for these tired, weary bodies. Good morning. Well, we got those burn piles done yesterday, and it's another beautiful day, it looks like. So probably gonna get out and do more wood stuff today. We have some fresh oak that was cut down by PG&E for fire defensible space, and we need to get that cut up so we can use it and see if we can figure out what's wrong with the wood splitter, and yeah, get outside again today. Well, it's 8 o'clock in the morning, and this fire pit is still smoldering from yesterday. So we could technically throw more things on here and it would actually catch on fire and burn. So we're done with this pile, but there's another pile on the other side of the property. We'll probably start that today. So I'm still on my trying to get out in the mornings and get my walks in, but now I'm up at the country house and I don't have a playground, but this is my playground. All of this is my playground now. So I usually just hike the property and take a look at things, see how many limbs are fallen or things that we need to get up off the ground. I don't know if you can tell, but we limb up pretty good to try to do our defensible space for fire. And I'll see if you can see here, we have a dead tree right here. So that will come down. There's another one in back behind me there that those trees will come down and also become another pile, another burn pile later. But for this morning, just getting my coffee and taking a walk with the dogs. So as you can see, we're with no shortage of wood that needs to be cleaned up and burned on the property. There's always fallen limbs and things like that that have to be picked up and, you know, kept away from the house for defensible space. So if you're wondering why we drag everything around to a burn pile place, it's because if you look up, there are canopies. And so we can't just set a fire anywhere because it could catch trees on fire. So we have to find places where there's open space enough that if the flames got really high, it wouldn't catch something on fire and we start our own fire in the canyon. So yeah, that's why we have to drag everything to a place to burn it in our property. So you can see this beautiful oak here. It has a ton of limbs. You can even see here coming down on the ground. That all has to be limbed up to prevent fire and things like that. Plus they're just dead and we want to keep everything kind of cleared to a certain level. So that's on the to-do list. And even though things are leaving us by getting cut down, this is a whole grove of new little California oaks coming in out of the ground here. And these will become big trees just like that one. And so this is the reason why we don't just mulch all of the pine and stuff. This here is damaged from pine bark beetle. And if you look here, it's killing these 2 pine trees. And so this tree got it first, now this tree has it. So it's to help with infestation as well. So by burning it, we kill the pine bark beetle. But that's mostly the reason why. It's also just mulching would be, there's just so much here to do and you can't drag a mulcher everywhere. So it's just easier to have little burn piles here and there and get rid of it. But there's always work to do on the property. It's another big fallen limb and a bunch of limbs and stuff down. We'll have to get all these and cut those up too. And more. And more. And more. And more. And more. More and lots more. My pretty girl. It's my pretty girl. Do you see the color of that? Isn't it beautiful? It's a manzanita tree, and it's one of my favorite things about this property. We have a lot of them. So I was here a week ago with the first rain, and you can see down here, this is all the debris that washed down across the dam and got caught here in a little eddy. Those are logs. This is what the river looked like last week, and you couldn't see any of the beautiful rock formations, and most of the dam was just flowing with water. All right, let's get you down there and show you some of these beautiful rock formations. This is my happy place. Sometimes it gets a little emotional here for me. My son who passed away, this was his favorite place. I have so many great memories of him and I down here and just being down here at the river. And sometimes I think I just really feel him when I'm down here. I feel his presence. I think he's happy. He's in a better place now.
Ready? Ready, ready?
my new playful workout in the mountains. But it feels good to be outside. Time for breakfast. Apples from Brad's tree, some cheese, some avocado, and carrots from my urban garden. And enjoying the view of the river. All right, so Dad finally got the splitter working. He put in new hydraulic fluid and he messed around with the choke, right, Dad?
Yeah.
With the choke a bit to make sure that the engine's running really steady. But we also had to change our technique on how we split the wood because the oak is so seasoned. If you put a whole piece of oak in there, it's too strong. It doesn't want to split, even with a splitter like this. So we're having to angle it a little bit to split part of it off and then splitting it off a little bit differently. We'll do a video and show you how it works. By splitting off a small section of the log, it compromised the integrity and allowed us to split the log much easier. And that is why you wear steel-toed shoes on the property, right there. Let's take another look at that. Look how close this came to hitting my dad right in the face. A log splitter can seem like it's pretty harmless, but last year my dad got his finger caught between the log splitter and a log and lost the tip of his finger. Ready?
Ready.
With the woodshed full, now we're going to split as much as we can and then find a place to stack it later. Well, it's the end of the day and we didn't get everything split, so we'll save it for later. We're just going to cover it up and then save it for another time. Finally done for the day. Done for the day, and I got a lot accomplished with my dad. We were able to get a lot of that wood split after he got the wood splitter fixed. It's something that I really enjoy doing with my dad. It's something we need to have done because we heat the house with wood, so I'm getting my exercise as well as getting something done for the property. We have so many trees that are down, so we will never run out of wood, I swear. It's just, it's a never-ending cycle of doing this every year. But I learn a lot, you know, just different things, and being able to help them is a blessing, and being on this property is a blessing, and having you guys visit us every week with this is a blessing. So thank you so much for joining us on this video. If you do like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you'd like to see more videos, I'd really appreciate it if you could hit the subscribe button. That will help me grow my audience. But until the next time, get outside, enjoy the great outdoors. I'll see you guys in the next video. I had been frantically looking for my AirPods for like 2 hours so I could get going on this trip, and I found them in the washer. I got the Humber. Humber.
You already got one of the mic straps.
Went out. This is how our day is going. We can't get the burn pile started either.
High test gas.
So much for the burn pile.
All right, let's just get some diesel.